Yeah, you never call out. Yeah. Oh, it over. That's important. But now. Yeah.
She beat me down. I don't know. Probably better ever.
Do you have any thoughts?
What's left of it? Got a.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Stand there and flop over. Bottom. On the back. He's actually much more question than I have him out. I got it pretty good. Stop fighting. That's all. Still goes up for a while. A bit of a ball. Bed and. Or the room. Or. Yeah.
You'll have to go to your bank.
I can do that. I cannot between. Not yet. Hello, welcome. I am so impressed. You know, unless we go.
Thank you. All right, I just spilled water all over me.
Nobody. Get going. Good stuff.
Are you waiting for me?
Are we- Yep. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the City of Binghamton's Commission on Architecture, Urban Design, and Historic Preservation. My name is John Darrow. Last I looked in the mirror, and I am the chair for this commission. We're going to have a roll call starting on my left.
Daniel Need, Commissioner.
Commissioner.
Brian Haas, Commissioner.
Jonathan Weisberg, Commissioner. David Whalen, Commissioner.
Julia Burling, Planning Director.
Dylan Pellin, Historic Preservation. And we are glad you are all here in attendance. So I'm going to call this meeting of the CAUD Commission to order today, July 10th, 2025. We have two items on our agenda. I don't have a list starting with Chestnut Street. Is that okay? Or
yeah, but we have to do the minutes first because we didn't have enough people.
I'm sorry. I've been in a different realm. I don't have the minutes either. Wonderful. Has anybody reviewed the minutes? Do we have minutes to review?
Should be right up there, yeah.
Okay, over there. Yeah, so this is the June 3rd meeting. Okay, I remember this stuff.
If you haven't reviewed the minutes, we can vote on them at the next meeting. Okay,
How about, can we do the minutes at the end and we can get going with these people?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's postpone the minutes to the end. You can pass them around if you want to. Once you glance at them, I think you're gonna remember pretty quick what we did. Okay. So first case before us is going to be number 4 Chestnut Street, with the youngest applicant we've ever had the honor of receiving here. How old are we? Well, happy birthday tomorrow. And how old is the sister here? Well, happy 6.5 to you. It's a very important thing. It's twice as good as 3 1/4. Sir, when you get seated, press the button, make sure the green light's on. I need your name and contact information for the record, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Andrew Harden. My contact information is, I live at 4 Chestnut Street on the west side of Binghamton. Anything else?
No, I think that'll do.
Okay.
Ask him why he's here, or we pretty cut and dry. Why are you here? And
Well,
not that we
thank you
don't
for
know.
rescheduling the meeting. So we're here. We actually, we have a representative from Renewal by Anderson with us as well.
If you want to come down and grab another chair, sir. And when you get seated, please just state your name and position for the record also.
Thank you. James Johnson. I'm the former Director of Operations and current Director of Sales for Renewal by Anderson out of Syracuse.
Glad you're here, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
So we had some people offer to come and take a look at our house, the windows in our house. It seems like it's about 6 weeks ago now. They took a look around. We moved into our home on the west side in April of 2017. It's an historic home. One of the first things we noticed when we bought it, which is really cool until you want to do something. And we have to do things like this, but this is fine. So the windows, when we moved in, and we've been there for 8 years, we're in rough shape, and they have been the entire time. The wood is in kind of poor condition. It's the original glass, so they don't do a great job insulating or keeping noise out. We had a guy come and do when my first daughter, who's now 6.5, before she was born, we had a guy come and Kurt Riegel, who you guys I think are familiar with, restored the windows in her bedroom, so at least we can open and close them, because a lot of our windows are not even functional in that way, being able to open and close them. The previous owner of our house was so kind to paint most of our windows shut. A lot of them are missing hardware. So but you notice when you look at the pictures of the windows, the paint is in kind of poor repair. They do have these grids, and so Renewal by Anderson, we had talked about doing the windows, but we didn't know if it was even going to be possible. Renewal by Anderson says that they can replicate the exact aesthetic of what those windows are, the grids and everything else, but just with a modern, not vinyl. They wanted me to be very clear to say not vinyl window, replicating the window paint. Again, the style of the windows, they'll be black on the outside. You wouldn't even be able to tell they were different, except that they'll look new.
Please. So our windows are composite. They're actually 40% reclaimed wood and then 60% polymers. They were designed to look like an authentic window, though. We use a traditional mortise and tenon joints in the corners. They don't have those plastic vinyl welded corners. You got a nice square corner on them. And we also have, ours are built, the Renault system is built specifically for replacement. So when we come in, there's definitely some rock going on here. We're gonna have to do a little bit of repair on some of these, the actual frames. We'll use traditional materials, wood in that case, so they can paint to match and keep the aesthetic.
And if I understand it correctly, just recapping, you're going to be, excuse me, replacing each window in kind. So if there's
Correct.
8 panes, 9 panes, So we
Yeah,
can
so
do that.
there's custom grids in these windows. It's one we don't see very often, but we have the ability to replicate those. And we'll send that off to our CAD team to verify. If there was any question, we'd bring it back to you, but I don't anticipate an issue.
The first time you were here, sir, when we couldn't meet with you, are you doing just the second floor? Is that it at this time?
Yeah, so at this time, I mean, it's a costly project. We decided to prioritize our second floor is all of our bedrooms. We do have a new baby now.
Mhm.
Again, the windows are barely functional as far as getting them up and down. It's a wrestling match every time.
Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
stop you right there.
so.
No, that's a
We want our
stop right
bedroom to
there.
be comfortable.
Okay. Any other questions, concerns? Then I'm going to make a motion to approve the application for number 4 Chestnut Street for the replacement of the second floor windows in composite material, black exterior finish to replicate the existing deteriorated windows. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Boy, it's a race. All in favor? Unanimous, sir. Thank you. And I didn't mean to just stop you, but
No, that's good.
well, I think we had it all together at
We
that point.
appreciate it.
Congratulations for the 2 beautiful
Yeah.
children. Hope you enjoyed Chestnut
I've-
Street.
Noticed your home walking by it often, so it's
Right,
pretty
it's got a
home.
little plaque on the outside. You
Yeah.
can't miss it. That's the first thing we noticed when we bought it.
How are the new neighbors in the big house? Well, I probably an improvement over the previous neighbors. I don't know.
We went to South Mountain. It was like World War.
Get some Roman candles and shoot back.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
All right, thanks so much.
Yep,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Appreciate
Sir,
it.
thank you. Thank you for making a nice product. Also, we need more things like that. Yeah. Here we go. Do you have a card, sir, by any chance? I've got a few historic houses and I may need to do something. Okay, item number 2 on our agenda, 74 Tompkins Street. Do we have representatives? Gentlemen, please come have a seat. Probably know the routine. Make sure the little green light is on and state your name and contact information for the record.
Good afternoon. My name is Lloyd Tran. I am the design consultant. I'm here with the owner, Mr. Balwant here. We are here for 74 Tompkins Street. Our zoning got passed last night. and the,
Congratulations.
Planning got passed last week. And we are looking to demolish the existing building there at 74 to open up space for the new proposed commercial store and the 2-unit apartment on top.
We don't have a picture of that, do we? Yeah. Got to be an improvement, you know. Okay, so demolition first, I have to make a motion to declare this as an unlisted action. Thank you. All in favor? Unanimous. And then I want to make a motion to declare CAUD lead agency on this item. You're just slacking off today, John. All in favor? Okay, unanimous. Mary Ellen, I believe it's up to you. Do you need, here, I've got a larger one. I had one. How's that? Yeah, it's better. That's not it? I'm so sorry. There you go. Just hand it right over. Sorry about that. Give your undivided attention to the young lady. I do.
Okay, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in the change in the use or intensity of use of the land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for a mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. Therefore, I'd like to declare a negative declaration.
I second the motion.
Make a motion.
All in favor? Great. Mr. Dan, you're up.
Do we want to have like a quick discussion?
Please.
I guess just. You need slides, it's probably not.
I failed to see anything
And then-
unique.
Just. Definitive plan.
They have, and both of them passed planning and zoning. Were the only stumbling block, and unfortunately, we're tearing down most houses and nothing's going up. We have step forward.
We're pulling up the plans right now.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah.
When I went through the house, most of the house has been, like, most of the historic features of the house have been taken already. There isn't a whole lot to speak of. There's some foundational damage as well as the house itself has water damage from the roof. So,
Yeah, the foundation did look pretty rough from just the photos.
Not a project I'd want to take on.
So it's okay. All right. I guess pretty good to go.
Is that railing at all? Still there, or is that? Inside in the stairwell?
the railing that goes from the first to the second floor, is that what you're talking about? That's historic. I gave them Roger Luther's card from past, and they can come in and they can take out whatever. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, that looks nice.
This is the new site plan. They already went to planning and it got approved, and ZBA approved it as well.
Yeah, I'd be happy to take any question or any that you guys might have on the site plan or the project in general. But briefly, Mr. here also owns 72 Tompkins, which is right next on the corner there as well. So the proposed project is we wanted to put in a store on the first floor, which is roughly 2,700 square feet. Originally, we were planning on 3-unit apartment on top. But after last night meeting, that got bumped down to 2-unit. So, and that is roughly 1,100 square feet on the second floor. There's going to be a lot of site work for sure, as you can see on the site plan, especially the parking. And then the retaining wall, which is right next door, that owned by the
Yeah, I get
mechanic
that
shop.
later.
Needs some work as well on that. We don't own that, by the way, but as part of this project, we will do what we can to improve that retaining wall. That's all we have.
And there, 2 of the parking places are dedicated for the rental units, correct?
The 3 parking space in the back is not required. But we thought that it is convenient for the tenants to drive back to Hall Street and use that back entrance into rather than using the parking space.
So they
For the
have
store.
off-street parking for the,
That's correct.
okay.
But they can also park in front of the store as well. So as part of the planning approval that we will applying for an easement for the project as well to combine 72 and 74 Tompkins Street together, because we do have a dumpster there in the back
Mhm.
and the 3 parking space.
Any other discussion, sir?
No, I think
Anybody else?
I'm good.
Then I think you're up.
All right. The City of Binghamton historic guidelines provide the following recommendations that address demolitions. Do not demolish historic structures that have historic or architectural significance within the City of Binghamton. Do not demolish a building that contributes to the historic setting and character of a district. Do not demolish a building that contains historic building materials or evidence of historic craftsmanship that would be difficult or impossible to replicate or reproduce. Do not demolish a building that is a rare example of its type, style, period of construction, or historic associations. Buildings should not be demolished without definitive plans for the reuse of the property. The property should never be a parking lot, which would generally have a negative impact on the overall character of a street. Do not demolish a building when reasonable efforts can be made to maintain its structural integrity. If a historic building is active and earning a reasonable economic return, it's not appropriate to demolish the building, even if the return is not deemed to be the highest and best use. Given the state of the structure and the provision of the proposed plans, the proposed demolition does not appear to be in conflict with these guidelines. I make a motion for a negative declaration of historic significance.
Okay, I'll second it. Geez, all in favor? Unanimous. Tear your building down, sir. Thank you for being here.
Fair enough.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, that concludes the agenda. So minutes real quick. Was June 3rd. We got the copies here. I'll just send them around. Now that we're in front of me, I kind of remember what we did.
So Andrew Robley is he's editing the historic guidelines, and if you would like to add or take away or read them, there are copies in the front. And we changed the language on the historic design guidelines, and there's a copy of that up front too.
Did anybody get a chance to go through the historic house tour? Ask it on.
No, that was right before my birthday, unfortunately.
Happy birthday, Miss Sunbriar Court, huh? So found out a couple of things I didn't know about Sunbriar Court while they're looking at the minutes. It was brought to my attention that the original builder and owner of the house was Washington Whitney, which is Joshua Whitney's one son. He's the gentleman who had that beautiful Greek revival that stood where the Davidge Mansion was, and they moved it over across the street from the Kilmer. I'd always called it the Clark Mansion, so it's kind of cool. Pushes it back a road, and I think the date I saw it was 1837 or 34.
Yeah, it's early 1830. Yeah.
Yeah, we do need to start doing some local landmark status and some buildings. One of the big feedbacks I got from the tour was how negligent the current operators are as far as maintaining it, and it was actually dirty. Ultimately, I think the hospital wants to knock it down to expand parking. I don't think they want it. Just happen to come with the parcel of land. We have to preserve it. I think it's a vitally important piece of Binghamton. How do we go about starting something?
So the hospital owns it?
That's my understanding. The words are Guthrie.
Well, that's actually gone through some changes because it was Lourdes and then it was Ascension and it was Guthrie, and I don't know what the current owner's status is and what they want to do with it.
Do we need owner's permission to designate building?
Yeah,
That's a shame. That should be something we should change.
but and realistically, if they wanted to knock it down, we would say no anyways. So it doesn't make sense for it not to be a landmark structure.
Wonder what we could approach. I want to give you an Ascension story here. So I woke up in ICU for some inanimate reason. And the nurse who I'd known quite well came over to me and says, "Now, John," she says, "whatever, don't have an incident tonight." And the tubes are in, I said, "What are you talking about?" She says, "It's Ascension." She says, "The doctor on call is in Texas, and there's nothing I can do for you without approval from Texas." About that, huh? You know where I don't go anymore? That's a powerful statement to say to somebody with a bunch of stuff. Amazing thing. Okay, everybody take a gander at the minutes for June 3rd. Are we still going around? Take a peek. I mean, just so you have a photographic memory of what it is. Oh, it's here. Okay. You have technology on your side, man.
There's two.
Oh,
One going around. Also, at the next meeting in August, Andrew Robley will actually be here. So if you want questions, answers.
any idea what our agenda is like for that? If we're gonna,
So far, it's pretty open.
good, so I think we're gonna have some questions for him.
I know we have a mural, but so far that's it. And we might have an accessory structure.
Any follow-up on the Italian aid on Walnut Street with the wall falling down and back? We seem to have removed another section of it.
It's code keeps citing him because it's falling apart and they don't know exactly what they're going to do, because I had mentioned that it would be good to have a second entrance just in case.
Yeah.
But they haven't, I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
Kind of a steep, they'd have to build a ramp to get up there. But they've got two entrances already. One in the back of the church and the other one out the front of the north driveway.
Front of the house.
Yeah.
There isn't one on that side though.
No,
And
not
to
yet.
rebuild it, I mean, it fell down because of water damage and this isn't the first time. So if they rebuild it, it would have to be thorough, or they can make it another entrance.
That'd be a nice shortcut for the kids going through.
Yeah.
Okay, we good on minutes? Questions, answers? Then I would like to make a motion to approve the June 3rd minutes for the COD Commission as presented.
Second that emotion.
Thank you. All in favor?
All right.
Unanimous. Any other business we have to attend to?
Not that I can think of, no.
Then I make a motion to adjourn the July 10th COD Commission meeting. Thank you. All in favor? Till next time, folks.